Have you ever felt tears well up at the slightest provocation? A poignant lyric in a song, a heartfelt farewell, or even a moment of unexpected kindness from a colleague? If you're someone who cries easily, you've likely encountered well-meaning but hurtful comments like, "You're too sensitive," or felt that familiar heat of embarrassment when tears escape in a public setting, wishing you could just hold it together. But I want to offer you a different, more compassionate perspective right now. Crying easily isn't a sign of weakness or fragility. It's a profound window into a rich and deeply felt emotional life. In the next 10 minutes, we'll gently explore the psychology and neuroscience behind this beautiful trait, uncovering why your tears are actually powerful indicators of strength, empathy, and authentic humanity. Let's begin this journey together with open hearts. Let's start by understanding what's happening beneath the surface in the intricate landscape of your brain and body. When you experience an emotion, whether it's joy, sorrow, frustration, or even relief, your limbic system, particularly a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala, springs into action. Think of the amygdala as your brain's emotional sentinel, constantly on patrol, scanning your environment for anything that carries emotional weight. In individuals who cry easily, this sentinel is often exquisitely sensitive, responding quickly and with great intensity to emotional cues. It's not that you're overreacting or being dramatic. Rather, your neural pathways are simply wired to process emotional information with remarkable depth and nuance. This heightened responsiveness is linked to a temperament trait psychologists call sensory processing sensitivity, where the nervous system absorbs and reflects on sensory and emotional data more thoroughly. Imagine your mind as a high-definition camera compared to a standard one. It captures finer details, which can sometimes feel overwhelming, but also allows you to perceive beauty and pain in ways others might miss. When emotions build up inside you, your body naturally seeks a release valve to restore balance. This is where tears come in as a sophisticated physiological response. Crying isn't merely an expression of sadness, it's a complex biological mechanism designed for regulation. Emotional tears, unlike reflex tears from chopping onions, contain higher concentrations of stress-related hormones like cortisol and ACTH. Pioneering research by biochemist Dr. William Frey demonstrated that crying literally helps wash these stress chemicals out of your system, acting as a natural detox for your emotional well-being. Additionally, the act of crying stimulates your body to release oxytocin and endorphins. Oxytocin, often dubbed the bonding hormone, promotes feelings of calm, trust, and connection, while endorphins serve as your body's innate painkillers, soothing both physical and emotional discomfort. So, in a very real, scientific sense, crying is your body's elegant way of self-soothing and returning to equilibrium. From an evolutionary perspective, tears likely developed as a powerful non-verbal signal within our highly social species. Unlike most animals, humans produce visible tears that communicate vulnerability, need, or even profound joy without uttering a single word. In our ancestral past, showing tears could signal distress to the tribe, eliciting caregiving behaviors that ensured survival and strengthened group cohesion. Today, this ancient signal translates into deeper interpersonal connections. Your tears invite others to meet you with empathy and support. Neuroscience also points to the role of mirror neurons, specialized brain cells that fire both when we perform an action and when we observe someone else performing it. These neurons are fundamental to empathy, allowing us to literally feel with others. People who cry easily often have highly responsive mirror neuron systems, making them exceptionally attuned to the emotional states of those around them. This deep empathy is a gift, though it can sometimes feel draining. It's crucial to remember that cultural norms and personal history shape how we relate to tears. Some environments encourage emotional expression, while others teach suppression, leading to shame when tears emerge. but biologically and psychologically, crying is a healthy, adaptive response, a testament to your engaged humanity. So how do we gently reframe this experience from one of shame to one of strength? Instead of viewing easy crying as a liability to manage, let's recognize it as emotional intelligence in vibrant action. Emotional intelligence encompasses the ability to recognize, understand, and navigate emotions skillfully. When you cry easily, you're demonstrating a high degree of emotional awareness. You're not numbing out or avoiding feelings, you're allowing them to flow through you, which is essential for long-term psychological health. Think of tears as gentle rain after a prolonged drought. They cleanse the landscape of your inner world, washing away residue and making fertile ground for new growth. Or imagine your emotional system as a pressure cooker. Tears serve as the essential steam valve to prevent overwhelming pressure from building up, maintaining a healthy balance. This innate sensitivity often correlates with heightened creativity, compassion, and interpersonal insight. Many artists, healers, and compassionate leaders are individuals with this deep emotional capacity, channeling their rich inner lives into meaningful contributions. Your ability to feel profoundly allows you to connect authentically with others, fostering trust and intimacy in relationships. In moments of vulnerability, your tears can become a bridge, inviting loved ones to engage with you on a genuine human level. As researcher Brené Brown so beautifully articulates, vulnerability is not weakness, it is the birthplace of love, belonging, and joy. By allowing yourself to cry, you're practicing immense courage. You're showing up as your authentic self, tender and real. In evolutionary terms, this sensitivity ensured that certain individuals could nurture the young, detect subtle social shifts, and maintain harmony within the group. In our modern context, that translates to being an empathetic friend, a perceptive colleague, or a caring partner. Your tears are not evidence that you're breaking down. They are proof that you're deeply engaged with the tapestry of life. They remind you, and those around you, that it is profoundly okay to be human, to feel deeply, and to heal openly. Embracing this perspective can transform lingering shame into quiet pride. You are not too much. You are exactly enough, with a heart that feels the world with beautiful intensity. Now, let's talk about practical ways to honor this trait while navigating a world that doesn't always understand it. First, cultivate self-compassion as your foundation. When tears arise, instead of criticizing yourself, place a gentle hand on your heart and whisper, "It's okay. I'm feeling deeply right now, and that's human." This simple act of kindness interrupts the cycle of shame and builds emotional resilience. Second, intentionally create safe containers for your emotions. Identify trusted friends, family, or private spaces where you can express tears without fear of judgment, perhaps a quiet room at home or a walk in nature. Third, practice mindfulness to observe your emotions without being swept away by them. Notice the physical sensations that accompany crying, the warmth on your cheeks, the release in your chest, and breathe deeply through the experience. This builds your capacity to stay present with intense feelings. Fourth, actively reframe crying in your inner dialogue. Remind yourself, my tears are a sign of my capacity to care deeply, not a flaw. Fifth, if crying feels frequent or distressing, consider journaling to identify patterns and triggers, or speak with a compassionate therapist to explore underlying emotions with support. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate tears, it's to develop a wise, compassionate relationship with your emotional life. As we come to a close, I invite you to take a gentle breath and reflect. How might you carry this new understanding of your tears into your week? If this conversation resonated with you, I'd be honored if you shared your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your words might offer comfort to someone feeling alone in their sensitivity. Consider saving this video as a touchstone for moments when you need reminding of your inherent strength. and stay tuned for more heartfelt explorations into the beautiful, complex landscape of human emotion. Until next time, please be as gentle with yourself as you would be with a dear friend. You are not alone.